Okay, FaceTime.
Hey y'all, right now it's Tuesday. I got back from West Virginia late Saturday night. It was my fourth time going down there. I went through the Appalachia Service Project, that's ASP now. I went through my church. It's a kind of a program for high school students. You help repair homes in Appalachia that kind of, are less than great. It's mostly for families who can't afford to get this type of work done. So basically, you go and help repair the homes or put on an addition, do whatever it is that you need them to do. Probably should have mentioned this before, but I went as a group leader on the trip, so I had kids in my group. I was one of the adults. Anyways, dumping the accent, which I probably think is a whole lot better than it actually is. I had a great time on the trip. We had the most wonderful family that we were working for, although most of them left on Tuesday because it's actually kind of cool, or I would not necessarily cool, but one of the men living in our house, he had cancer. It was terminal. He has about a year and a half to live right now, and kind of the adult version of the Make-A-Wish Foundation, they granted his last wish, and they sent him, his wife, and his daughter to go to Washington for a week and go salmon fishing. So basically, our assignment to do on this house, while the majority of the family was away, was to build a wheelchair ramp for this man, Bill. And it came out really nice. I will insert picture here. But the ramp, the project, that's not really what I want to talk about. I don't even really want to talk about how great of a time I had, even though it was amazing. I want to talk about how nice people there and how hospitable they are, because I mean, it's so different from being up here in New England. I just find it amazing how you can have so little. I mean, these people are making $15,000 a year, and you can just have so little, but you can have so much love and just be so thankful, really. But it's not even my family, really, that I want to talk about. It's this random woman that I met at Walmart. My group went to Walmart one night, and I'm standing in line by myself about to buy something, and this lady in front of me, she just looks at me and she starts talking to me. She looks me right in the eyes and she says, "You have the most beautiful eyes, and my mama always told me that the eyes are the windows to the soul, so you must be a really great person." I just looked at her. I mean, how do you respond to that? I was so taken aback. I was just like, "Oh, thank you." I mean, what do you say to that? So I noticed this pretty little ring on her left finger, her left ring finger. So I said, "Oh, I really like your ring." And she said, "Oh, this? My husband got this for me. You know, we were together 10 years before we got married. That's the key to it. That's the key to a good marriage." She's just like giving me this marriage advice. I'm like, "Oh, yeah, that's so sweet, you know?" So going off of giving me marriage advice, she turns to me again and she says, "You know what? I just got diagnosed with breast cancer 3 weeks ago." And that's when I noticed the little patch on her chest. And again, I just looked at her because how do you respond to that? And then she told me to live life to the fullest, and she was just giving me all this life advice, and she was the sweetest lady. I don't know anywhere else that you would have that meaningful of a conversation with a perfect stranger, but down south. So basically, I guess the point of this video is, one, people in the South, they're amazing. Southern hospitality all the way. And two, why aren't we like that in other parts of the country? Why don't we act like that? Why don't we start a conversation with a random person? So yeah, Southern hospitality.